And I introduced a very different type of bill that's very controversial. My bill, which you have, in essence, says this. It says that all the sale, purchase or sale or possession of any magazine or gun clip in Connecticut is prohibited. Secondly, it says that a legal gun in Connecticut will be a gun that fires only one bullet. In other words, you put a bullet in the chamber, you shoot the gun, and then if you want another bullet to bring down the deer, you take another bullet and you put it in the chamber and you shoot it. Okay? That's what my bill does. It makes a clear exemption for military, for law enforcement, and it makes an exemption for gun ranges too. Pat Leary told me that we would have a very hard time with my bill if it applied to gun ranges. He pointed out that there's competition at the gun ranges where there may be a moving target and you're shooting a lot of rounds very, very quickly. You want that large magazine. So what my bill does is it says that you can have the multiple round magazines at a gun club as long as two things. First of all, it's got to be registered with the Division of State Police, the magazine or clip. It's got to be registered. And secondly, it has to be maintained under secure conditions at the gun club, subject to inspection by the state police. So that allows people who are sportsmen at gun clubs, and we have one, right up the street on Route 77, that allows them to have the sporting activity of multiple round magazines. Let me just say in conclusion that as we've tried to analyze this, and I want to thank my aide, I'm not sure where he is here, my good aide. Yes, there he is. Thank you, Eric. Eric and I analyzed this, and we found there are three reasons you want a gun, theoretically. The first is self-defense. We talked to the police about that. How many self-defense cases have been? How many times has a homeowner in his or her home shot an intruder in Connecticut? And they came back to us and said, we don't know of one case. It happens in the South. It doesn't happen in Connecticut, even in the cities. Guns in your homes have been used against family members in fights and quarrels and drunkenness. But guns, as a matter of actual experience, and this has been written up in the Harvard Business Review, by the way, guns have not been used as an actual matter of self-defense in the state of Connecticut. So, having multi-magazine guns, weapons like this, really don't help you in self-defense if you really cut through the chase and you really look at the facts. Second reason is hunting. People tell us that the way deer hunters hunt, you bring deer down with the first bullet. And if you don't, you're not a very good shot. And you can take another bullet and put it in the chamber and shoot the deer a second time. Hopefully hit the deer if you're a hunter. Okay, so hunting doesn't need these large magazines and large weapons like this. The third reason is target practice at gun ranges, and as I said, my bill has an exemption for that. So I am very excited by this dialogue that we're having. It can be very emotional. The mail that I've received, my bill was introduced last Thursday. The mail that we've received with respect to my bill has been fervent. Some very positive. Just got an email this morning, very, very positive about it. Heard me talking about it on the radio, but also very, very negative. People who say, I'm not going to be able to defend myself. Just so you know what a battle this is, let me read you what email that I've gotten in the last 2 days. This one is from a Guilford resident. I'm quoting, if this is true and you're thinking of limiting all guns to single-shot firearms, you're hopefully thinking of another line of work. This is ridiculous. Another one we got on Friday from a man in Brantford. Your new gun control proposition is sickening to millions of patriotic, responsible Americans. You can consider your political career over. No one I know will ever vote for you again. You have spit upon the Constitution. The right to keep and bear arms will not be infringed. Americans will not roll over and watch idly as despicable people like you attempt to eviscerate our right to defend ourselves from tyranny and from criminals. You get it. You get it. That is what's framing the debate here. And that's what makes it so interesting. And that's why the church committee asked us to do this forum today. Thank you.